deep in the heart of the Amazon rainforest, a place where the canopy is so thick that daylight barely touches the ground. Scientists have stumbled upon something that could rewrite history. For centuries, legends whispered of a lost city, a place of immense wealth and advanced knowledge, swallowed by the jungle. Most dismissed these tales as folklore, the stuff of bedtime stories and adventure novels. But what if they weren't just stories? In 2022, a team of archaeologists, using a revolutionary piece of technology called LiDAR, which is basically like an X-ray for the Earth, were surveying a remote, uncharted area of Bolivia. They weren't looking for a lost city. Their mission was far more mundane. Mapping the region's topography for a conservation project, they flew a small plane back and forth, 4 days, letting the LiDAR equipment scan the ground below, piercing through the dense leaves and branches. When they got back to their lab and started processing the data, they couldn't believe their eyes. Underneath that seemingly impenetrable jungle, the LiDAR images revealed a geometric pattern of staggering complexity. It wasn't natural. There were straight lines, perfect circles, and rectangular shapes stretching for miles. It was the unmistakable footprint of a massive, ancient settlement. This wasn't just a few huts. We're talking about a network of causeways, canals, reservoirs, and monumental pyramids, all interconnected in a way that suggests a highly organized and sophisticated society. They named the site Casara Bay, after the local culture that once thrived there. The sheer scale of it is mind-boggling. The central urban area alone is estimated to be over 500 acres, larger than many medieval European cities. And it's not just one city, it's a whole cluster of settlements, all linked together. For years, the prevailing theory was that the Amazon was too inhospitable to support large, complex societies. The soil was thought to be too poor for large-scale agriculture, and the jungle too dense for urban development. The people who lived there were believed to be small, nomadic tribes. This discovery completely shatters that idea. The Kasarabi people weren't just surviving in the rainforest. They were engineering it. They built a massive water management system with canals and reservoirs that would have allowed them to control seasonal flooding and farm on a huge scale. They moved millions of cubic feet of earth to construct their pyramids and platforms without the help of wheels or domesticated beasts of burden. This was a civilization that had mastered its environment, shaping the landscape to suit its needs. It's a testament to human ingenuity and adaptability. The discovery raises so many questions. Who were these people? What was their society like? What language did they speak? What did they believe? The site has been dated to between 500 and 1400 AD, meaning this civilization was flourishing right up until about a century before Europeans arrived in the Americas. So, what happened to them? Why did this bustling metropolis disappear, seemingly without a trace, leaving only its ghost-like imprint under the jungle? One theory is disease. When Europeans arrived, they brought with them illnesses like smallpox and measles, to which the indigenous populations had no immunity. These diseases swept through the continent like wildfire, wiping out an estimated 90% of the population in some areas. It's possible that the Kasarab civilization was an early victim of this catastrophe, collapsing so quickly that the jungle had time to reclaim everything before outsiders even knew it was there. Another possibility is warfare or internal social collapse. As with many great civilizations throughout history, from the Romans to the Maya, internal strife, resource depletion, or conflict with neighboring groups could have led to their downfall. The jungle is a competitive environment, and perhaps their success made them a target. Or their complex society simply couldn't sustain itself any longer. The most tantalizing part is what we still don't know. The LiDAR has given us the blueprint, the map of the city, but it can't tell us about the people themselves. To do that, archaeologists have to go in on foot, and that's exactly what they're doing now. Teams are carefully hacking their way through the undergrowth, following the digital map to these long-hidden structures. Every step is a potential discovery. They're unearthing pottery fragments that give clues about daily life and trade. They're analyzing soil samples to understand their agricultural practices. They're searching for burial sites, which could tell us about their social structure and religious beliefs. It's slow, painstaking work. The jungle doesn't give up its secrets easily. The heat, the humidity, the insects, the sheer density. of the vegetation. It's one of the most challenging environments on Earth to work in. Imagine being one of those archaeologists. You're walking through a forest that, to the untrained eye, looks like a chaotic, natural wilderness. But you know, because of the technology in your hand, that you're actually walking down a 1,000-year-old avenue. You know that the mound of earth you're standing on is not a hill, but a collapsed pyramid where a king or a priest once stood. It's like having a superpower, the ability to see a hidden world. One of the most exciting finds so far has been the discovery of intricate ceramics. The pottery is decorated with a unique style of geometric patterns and stylized figures, suggesting a rich artistic tradition. These aren't just simple pots for cooking. They're works of art that tell a story. By comparing the styles of pottery found in different parts of the settlement, archaeologists can start to piece together social hierarchies and trade networks. Maybe certain patterns were reserved for the elite, or perhaps different neighborhoods specialized in different crafts. The discovery of the Kasarab civilization isn't just about finding another lost city. It fundamentally changes our understanding of the Amazon and the history of the Americas. It proves that the rainforest, which we often see as a pristine wilderness, has in fact been a managed, inhabited, and profoundly humanized landscape for millennia. The people who lived there weren't passive residents. They were active shapers of their world. This has huge implications for modern conservation efforts. It shows that it's possible for humans to live in and cultivate the Amazon sustainably without destroying it. The agricultural systems of the Kasarabe, with their raised fields and water management, could hold valuable lessons for us today as we grapple with climate change and food security. They weren't just farming. They were creating fertile soil, known as terra preta, or Amazonian dark earth, which is incredibly rich in The story of the Kasarab is a powerful reminder that history is not a closed book. There are still so many secrets buried beneath our feet, waiting to be discovered. And with new technologies like LiDAR, we're finding them in the most unexpected places. It makes you wonder, what else is out there? What other lost worlds are hiding in plain sight, concealed by jungles, deserts, or even the deep ocean? The exploration of Kasaraba is just beginning. It will likely take decades, if not generations, of research to fully understand this incredible civilization. But each new artifact, each newly excavated structure, brings us one step closer to knowing the people who built this incredible city in the heart of the Amazon. They may have vanished centuries ago, but their legacy, etched into the very earth itself, is finally coming to light. It's a mystery that we're only just beginning to unravel, and the answers it holds could change the way we see the world. Thanks for watching, and if you're as fascinated by these discoveries as I am, make sure to follow 4 more stories from the frontiers of exploration.